Hi, welcome to OMAT. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to do the mindful exercises. And why? Why do we do these mindful exercises? I'll give you one of the reasons that I do it, and it's because I really want my good intentions to match my actions. Like, for example, I love helping, but I started seeing that I'm not getting the responses that I expected when I help. Like, some people just resent me. Some people don't even notice that I'm helping. And some people just see me as just the help. And that's my only role. So why? Why is helping not helping? I had to sit there and think about it. And it turns out it's because I'm not helping. I'm trying to control. Like, if I have a role at your party, at your work, at your anything, I feel a lot less vulnerable than actually looking for a personality to share. Also, nobody asked. If nobody's asking me for help, what am I doing? Maybe they just want me to sit there and enjoy my company and not have to add to the workload. And it's really just my intentions are so good, but I can't keep controlling, and I have to give people the space to do challenging things so that they can build their own resilience. So knowing this, I still like helping, but now I check. I have that mindful pause. I don't just run into things. I try to put that pause there and see, did somebody ask me for help? Is help what is really needed here? A lot of times what I realize is it's that I need help at that moment. So these pauses give me a chance to really understand some things about me that I can show up for, and then I can show up for other people so much easier and so much better. So let's get into this mindful practice. The first thing is, if your body is here, let your mind be here too. Let's get present. Maybe that means rolling out your mat if you have one, getting your water, believing that it's not too late to set yourself up to be the kind of present that helps you to do the exercises. So let's get into that place. Notice even when I change the tone of my voice or I slow down, that changes my body as well. It changes the vibe that I'm putting out, helps me get more present. Let's get into our first exercise here, and that is giving gratitude. How is that an exercise? Why is everyone asking us to give gratitude? Well, I resisted it for a very long time, and I suffered because of it. And as soon as I started making that list, my mind started changing. And it started changing for the better. And it's one of those things where it's like, hey, what are you going to lose if you try this? We're looking for things that are bad all day long. That's a trigger that we have. Let's trigger this thought process. Let's be mindful and look for, because it's there, let's notice what there is to be grateful for right now. Let's wrap this process for the moment, for now, having some water and moving forward into our second exercise of meditation. Let's meditate for 1 minute. For 1 minute, we are going to practice thinking about a specific thing. Now, yes, in meditation, not thinking about anything would be amazing, but honestly, that is next level. We have to start where we are. So If you keep thinking about things, decide what you're going to think about. Let that be the first way that you teach your brain how to focus. Let's focus sitting in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed, and breathe. As we come back, let's have some water. Let's notice maybe meditation doesn't always go the way we want it to be. We're not finding enlightenment in 1 minute of sitting there, but we are learning to focus, and learning is usually uncomfortable because it's new, it's an adjustment. Let it be uncomfortable. We had that practice of focus, and let's move on. That's part of it. Let's write it down. Dump out your thoughts. Think of it as everything that I put down on paper doesn't have to be right or true or handed in or given to anybody. It is a dump of my brain. Let's see what comes out without judging it. Allow yourself to write anything right now. Let's wrap the writing for now by stopping mid-sentence, perhaps. Ooh, have some water, and let's mindfully move on. Let's go into our yoga practice. Why stretch? Really, one of the reasons why I stretch is because I want to, in my old age, continue to be able to pick things up off the floor on my own. That's one reason. Let's get into it. Stand if you can stand. We're going to do a sun salutation. First pose, inhale your arms up and look up, reach up. If you like this pose, stay here for a few moments. Maybe breathe a little bit. When you're ready, exhale, fold forward. And now with a rounded back, we're hanging over our feet, allowing our arms to be loose, our neck to be loose. And when you're ready, next pose is halfway lift, flat back that's parallel to the ground, and look up. And let's get into our high plank. Plant your palms down on the ground right now and step your feet back into a high plank. Once you're there with elbows near your body, slowly lower all the way down to the ground. Then push against the ground and your chest will come up. Your head comes up and look up. Point your feet. And let's meet in down dog. Bend the knees and hips up into an upside down V with the body. And then start walking forward towards your hands. And start rising up, meeting the palms above the head, and exhaling them down to the center of the chest. And maybe you're a little behind. Maybe you added a pose. Congratulations, you're listening to your body. Do what it says. Have some water. It always wants water. Have some water and let's move on. We got our body a little bit warm. Let's use that warmth for our plank pose. Now we're also using our mind here. Ultimately, this is our brain saying, go do it, and we're doing it. So let's practice that. Go do it. Get in that ready pose. We're going in 3, 2, 1. It is plank time right now, and that's why we're up in that plank pose. You can answer other questions to that, why are you in that plank pose, while you're here. That's 10 seconds. Maybe you know that this is using all of your muscles, and that means it's a pretty simple way to work out every muscle that you can. That's 20 seconds. Maybe this is a way to meet a challenge. Let's meet it. How do you meet the challenge? Here is your practice. For 30 seconds, you are building this muscle that allows you to do the things that you promised yourself to do for 20 more seconds. And guess what? It's not too late. If you've been sitting around this whole time, not starting, every moment in here is a workout. So start now, even as we have 10 seconds left. Those who were in here this whole time, find your strength as long as you're not hurting yourself. We have 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Come down off your plank, maybe stretch your way back, find your breath, catch some water. Allow yourself a little credit. It's pretty tough every moment. Like I said, every second in there, you felt it. And if you felt it, feel how good you feel that you did what you were supposed to do. You did the thing that you promised. Let's take that energy into breaking procrastination. Here, in 1 minute, we are looking for a task that is so small that we can start and then we can stop. So we're experimenting, finding the smallest next right step, something that might be useful. Let's experiment by taking action right now. Wrap the task for now. Have some water. And what? You did that with your minute? I'm just kidding. Don't worry about it. How do you not worry about it? We go to the next thing. Let's go into our connection. Maybe here is where we put our feelings about the last exercise. Maybe we let someone know, this is what I did when I had a minute to break procrastination. Maybe you could laugh at yourself a little bit. Let's look for a small way to connect by trying right now. Let's wrap this exercise for now. Find water. It doesn't mean you can't connect with yourself or someone else throughout the day, but we warmed up that muscle, and let's go to our final exercise. Let's find some way of moving, even if it's just one part of you. Let's take on this exercise. 3, 2, 1, start moving. I believe exercising our physical body is just as mandatory as eating. We need to do it. And now we're in for 10 seconds. And whatever movement you're doing, do it. Now, you can even do it with low energy, high energy, whatever it is for today. Let's keep going. That's 20 seconds in already. Now, just like the plank, this physical activity could get challenging almost right away. And with 30 seconds left, how do you deal with challenges? Let's practice dealing with this challenge as a practice of dealing with everything. That's 20 seconds. So meet this challenge for this moment. Be present in it. What does that look like on you? With 10 seconds left, let's see if you can put a little more energy without hurting yourself. Is that something that you can do? Practice for 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Those are the exercises, getting ourselves into a mindful place for our day. Thank you for practicing OMAT.